Actually, there are a bunch of Ranger forms in Super Sentai that never made it into Power Rangers. Most of them appeared long after their original series, but if they'd been around from the beginning and actually gotten adapted, that would have been amazing. We've got 10 unadapted Ranger forms to cover in the next 8 minutes, so let's jump straight into number 1. The first one is Mega Tector from Denji Sentai Mega Ranger. This power-up is used by all 5 main Rangers and appears exclusively in a crossover movie between Mega Ranger and Car Ranger. Unlike most elements in the series, which come from advanced technology, this upgrade actually comes from the magic of a small blue space fairy named Pequod. He grants the Rangers' wish to keep fighting, magically transforming them into their Ranger forms with shiny new golden armor. So, there's basically never been any special device to access this mode. The Mega Tector includes chest armor, shoulder armor, and arm guards. The overall design is quite simple, yet still looks striking and heroic. The movie came out around the same time Power Rangers in Space was airing, in 1998. Sadly, this power-up never made it into the In Space season, mostly because Saban didn't buy the rights to the movie. Next, Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger. In this series, Captain Marvelous never really got his own special power-up or individual mode. However, in the 10th anniversary movie, he finally received a brand new mode called Gokai Gallion Armor. This mode is unlocked using the Gallion key. At first, the Blue Ranger used the key and handed out different armor pieces to each member of the team. The armor pieces look similar to their main robo formation. One for the chest, one for each leg, and one for each arm. In the end, all of the pieces could combine into a full armor form for Gokai Red, allowing him to use its full power. This mode never made it into the Super Megaforce season. Troy never actually had any solo power-up mode in his series. However, there is actually one form in Gokaiger that was not adapted into Super Megaforce. We're not talking about forms from previous Rangers, but this one. This is Gokai Christmas. This form is accessed by Gokai Silver, using a combination of the Gokai Red and Gokai Green keys. It appears in episode 44 as a tribute to Battle Fever J. Unfortunately, this is one of the episodes that were not adapted for the Super Megaforce season. Next up is Chou Abaremax from Bakuryu Sentai Abaranger. This form is used exclusively by the Red Ranger, Abba Red, and it's essentially his ultimate version of Abare mode. The biggest change is in the helmet. It now features several extra horns, each one representing one of the 5 Rangers' colors. The gold chest armor looks fairly simple, and has almost the same proportions as the Mega Tector we talked about earlier. The Abba Ranger logo is redesigned into 5 separate colored segments, but it still keeps the same overall style. In this form, Abba Red can summon all 5 main Bakuryu and use their power to unleash powerful combo attacks. Sadly, Chou Abaremax only appeared once, in the Abba Ranger 20th anniversary movie that came out in 2022. That's the main reason why this form never showed up in Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Gedou Shinken Red, Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. In this season, specifically in the crossover movie between Shinkenger and Goseiger, Takeru Shiba briefly turns evil. He gets brainwashed to serve Borodoran and ends up fighting the other Rangers by transforming into Dark Shinken Red. Basically, it's just his super mode, but in all black, which gives it a much cooler appearance. While under evil control, Takeru goes completely berserk. He becomes much stronger and extremely dangerous, to the point where both teams struggle just to handle him in that form. This mode appeared in the 2011 Shinkenger movie, which was released fairly close to the airing of Power Rangers Samurai. Even though it's technically just a recolor version, I think it looks awesome. It gives off a completely different aura. This form was never adapted into Power Rangers Samurai though, since Saban didn't buy the rights to that movie. Instead, they picked up another movie, which became Clash of the Red Rangers. Next, Tokusou Sentai Dekaranger. Banban Akaza actually gets 2 new forms during his time as the Red Ranger. These appear in the 10 years after and 20th anniversary special movies. The first one is an upgraded version of his SWAT mode. This time, the armor's color scheme is reversed and the design has been simplified. The communication gear, elbow pads, and knee pads are gone, leaving just the tactical vest. This version appears in Dekaranger 10 years after. Then, in the 20th anniversary movie, Banban gets a completely new form called Premier Red. It looks entirely different from his other suits and even comes with a booster that gives him super speed, perfect for dodging attacks or pulling off fast counterattacks. This form is accessed using the SP1 license. This changer is actually used by 2 people throughout the movie, one of them being Banban himself. Honestly, it's one of the most awesome modes ever made. The armor covers his whole body, but it still manages to look clean and not overdone at all. Gabutera Kyoryu Red Zuden Sentai Kyoryuger. This form is basically just a recolored version of the Carnival mode that often appears in the series. The main difference is that Daigo's suit doesn't change like it does in the regular Carnival mode. It keeps its usual red color. He activates this mode using the Gabuti Volva, which is kind of like another version of Minitera's transformation. The mechanism works pretty much the same way as the Carnival mode, allowing Daigo to summon and use different powers or weapons that attach to his left and right arms. It's kind of like their main robo combination, but at human size. This mode first appeared in the Kyoryuger and King Oger crossover movie in 2024. I think this version isn't really any better than Carnival mode, but what about you guys? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Oido Hurricane Red Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneger. This special form was made to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Hurricaneger in the 2023 movie. The theme is kabuki from the Great Edo era, matching the story's setting in the film. The only real upgrade is the visor. The rest of the suit is basically just traditional clothing from that era with a bit of Hurricaneger styling. This form symbolizes the union of the ninja schools in the Great Edo period. Unfortunately, Oido Hurricane Red is not used by Yosuke, the original Hurricane Red, but by Yonosuke, who's actually Yosuke's ancestor. He receives a Hurricane Gyro sent by Oboro from the future, and with it, he transforms into Oido Hurricane Red during the final battle against the Oiranda. Meanwhile, the form used by Yosuke is Dark Hurricaneger, which appeared in the Hurricaneger 10th anniversary movie in 2011. That form is basically a regular Hurricane Red suit, but in black, paired with a kimono outfit. It's pretty much the same idea as Gedou Shinken Red we talked about earlier. The look is simple, but it still comes off really cool. Alright, that's it guys. Which form do you think would have been the coolest if it actually got adapted? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's plenty more fun stuff coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.